And a man who it probably means the most to is stood at pitch side with us now. James Ford, huge congratulations. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, pretty pleased. I thought really proud of the boys. They worked tremendously hard. I think they've copped some criticism at times this season that I think is a bit unfair. And we're into the semi-final, so good on them.
That second half performance, is that as good as you've played all year? Because to a man, your leaders stood up, your young boys, Levi Edwards stood up.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure it's up there. It's certainly up there. There were an abundance of effort and endeavour and a willingness to turn up for the teammates. I thought we reacted to some wins and offload better than we have done historically, and we tweaked our defensive system, didn't we, on the edges? Probably caught Halifax a little bit by surprise. All the boys were surprised when I presented it to them.
Did you change that in the second half?
We changed it from minute one. I'd say historically, Leigh has coached against us before, and we're quite a structured, organised side, and we do things a certain way because that's what we believe in. And today, we wanted to change something and come at Halifax a different way, and we put their halves. We took the time and space off their halfbacks, and for most of the time, it paid dividends.
James, you talked about changing tactics pre-game. You talked about not going toe-to-toe with them, maybe Halifax, and putting the ball into corners. You're going to change things around. You talked about we changed it around defensively, but what are you changing in attack? Give some insight what you change in attack. What do you change around?
Well, we know for the last 8 years, really, we talked about how we start games, first 5 sets, and we'll pick a corner, we'll finish in that corner and play our way into games, and we'll talk about making middles, make tackles, to fatigue inside pressure, and then we can isolate you guys on the edges, the last 20 minutes of the second half and the last 10 minutes of the first half, and quite an Australian way of playing, if you like, certainly not the typical English way of playing. And we had some key players and key personnel missing today, and everybody expects us to play that way. You guys came here thinking that we were going to box kick you to sleep again, but we didn't, and I'm really proud that they bought into a different strategy, and it's paid dividends for them.
They certainly did buy into a different strategy. What did you say at the break, though, because it was a better second half? I
just said we're all in. I said when you play like this, you can't dip your toe in. You can't be a bit attacking. You can't attack a bit and one person come on his own on the edges, or one man throwing offload. We're either all in it or we're not. And if you see a 3v2, take it. If you see an opportunity to offload the ball, take it, because we're going to need to post some points.
I thought a real big turning point for me as well was Clarkson going to 6. I know Jamie Ellis
Don't tell him that.
No, I'm not going to do, but we noticed it up there. I thought Clarkson came back into the game. He's prominent. He's been there big time. He's been there for Leeds in big playoff games. I thought he was fantastic. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, I thought it was really good, and he actually played there for us nearly all season last year when everybody who played half were injured. So he's had a fair crack at it, and then this year when we were kind of Brendan O'Hagan back into the team, we were moving him to half and we were taking Brendan off. So he has had some experience in there, and he's a very calm bloke. He's got good skill for a middle, and decent skill for a half. Obviously, you two know what I mean by that. And he's had a really good season for us. I love working with him, and he's a great influence on all the young players at the club.
Sorry, looking forward to next week. You came here with a few things up your sleeve. Will it be more of the same as what's happened tonight, or will you?
Adrian was sat at home now making some notes for us, so you have to wait and see Adrian.
How do you plan for that game, though, against Leigh? Because, recent performances would suggest that, it could potentially be a struggle, but you've changed the game plan, it's worked. Do you do that again?
We'll have to see. I'll have to fix my computer, actually. My computer broken. But listen, Leigh are a tremendous side. I'd go as far as saying they're the best team I've ever seen in the Championship, and they've got some players who I think will be outstanding for them next year in Super League, and they'll be a toe for any Championship club. But we're going to go there and give it our best go.
Does the manner of defeat have any impact in this next game?
Which manner of defeat?
Against Leigh last time.
Well, it's never nice to be beat. I've never been beat like that before, ever. And it certainly wasn't nice to be on the end of it. But it'd be a very different team to what we played against Leigh. What we tried to do was rotate the squad as much as possible to keep people fresh for the playoffs. I just didn't expect that level of scoreline. And in the game, I think Chris Clarkson came off we played the last 20 minutes with 12 because we wanted to protect Clarkie, so he could turn up tonight and perform like that. In hindsight, was it the right decision? Well, we'll find out next week, won't we?
You certainly will find out next week as you progress to the semi-finals. Once again, James Ford, huge congratulations. We'll let you go and celebrate with the lads. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.